Hey guys, so welcome. I'm going to give people just another moment or two in case there's anyone else joining us. If you have any questions for me, let me know. Otherwise, we'll get started in just a couple of minutes. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. And as usual, you can keep your microphone muted unless you got something to tell me. And feel free to use the comments, the chat box. I'll put something in there now. So hopefully you see that. But sometimes I won't see it, especially if I'm in the middle of teaching something. So if that happens and you have a question or something, just unmute so I can hear you. I'll turn up my volume, so hopefully you'll be able to hear it. And then the final thing I'll say is we are going to be recording the class today. So if you do say something, there's a chance that your voice will show up on the recording. And sometimes even people, if you have your camera turned on, you might show up. But generally, it's just going to be me on the recording, okay? All right, so I don't know if there's anyone else joining, but we'll go ahead and get started. These classes are fairly short, so I don't like to spend a whole lot of time waiting, especially when I don't know that there's anyone else who's going to come. All right, so today I thought we'd do something a little different, and I thought we'd start laying down today. So let's go ahead and do that. Find a nice comfortable position on our mat. Lay down. You both know, I think this is called Shavasana, or the corpse pose. So we just relax in nice Shavasana. And in my experience, one way that we end up with a lot of suffering and trouble is having expectations. So maybe even my suggestion that we start laying down, there's already might be in the mind some idea of expectation. So if it's there, just notice it. Hopefully it's not. You're just going with the flow. And let's take this time to really just come into this moment fully. So expectation is, again, sort of a form of orienting to the future. And very often it's based on the past. So if you've taken this class before, we normally start seated. Then any change, the mind can begin to say, oh, this is a problem, or this isn't what I was expecting. So the way to really orient to the present is to let go of the future and the past. Letting go of expectations, letting go of judgments, and just paying attention to what is actually happening in this moment. And a great way to do that is just to really connect with our senses. So I want to recommend eyes closed right now, but just tuning into maybe the sound of my voice, the temperature of the air, the weight of your clothes, the points where your body meet your mat. Now, these are generally all things that the mind thinks are trivial and unimportant. And so again, the human mind likes to think that it's in control and that it knows. And it really doesn't. And it really isn't in control. So when it complains and says, well, I don't have time for this. We have to get moving. That's what I signed up for. You just take that thought and say, thank you for the input, and set it aside and come back to just feeling what's going on in this moment. Now, one reason why we don't want to feel this moment is because there are things we don't want to feel. And usually these are emotions. So one reason our culture is so busy is that we are terrified of actually slowing down and feeling what we're actually feeling. So one defense against experiencing our shadow and the unconscious, what's in the unconscious, is constant movement, constantly doing. All right, let's begin to notice our breathing. And we're going to begin to deepen our breathing using the 3-part technique. So in the inhale, belly is going to push up toward the ceiling, and then the ribs begin to expand. And then finally, the upper chest lifts. And as we exhale, we reverse that. Now, one reason I wanted to start laying down today is because it's very easy to feel that laying down. And you can actually take your hands and place them on the chest or the belly or different parts of the body. So breathing deeply and making sure that you don't breathe so deeply that you begin to create tension in your body. So use your breath to be with what's there, any emotions or thoughts or sensations that are there, and to create an overall sense of relaxation and also energy. Especially the inhale brings in a sense of an energizing quality. All right, so let's begin by bringing our right leg in. We're going to give it a little squeeze, move it around a little bit. Notice what you feel as you do that. I'm definitely feeling that today. Different parts of my hip and my leg. Let's see if you can find a spot that feels particularly juicy. This one works for me. And just hug the leg in as you take a few slow, deep breaths. I realize now I forgot to mention Ujjayi, which is the ocean sounding breath. So let's just bring that online now. The technique is like fogging a mirror, but keeping your mouth closed. So using Dirga and Ujjayi, breathing very slowly and deeply. And using the breath again to help the body to relax and to let go of what is no longer serving it in this moment. Reaching through the left heel, sending energy out through that heel, keeping that leg nice and long. Let's keep the face relaxed and the shoulders down away from the ears. Good, let's switch sides. So we're bringing in the left leg now. Giving it a nice squeeze, hugging it in. Moving it around a little bit until we find that nice, juicy, sweet spot, and then taking a few breaths there. Again, using the breath to help the body, to tell the body that it can relax. The breath controls the nervous system, and the mind controls the breath. In a roundabout way, the nervous system can control how we feel and what we think. So it's like a feedback loop. Good. Let's bring both legs in now. Give them a nice squeeze. And then let's extend our arms out to the side. We're going to take a nice deep breath, and we'll exhale, knees over to the left as we look to the right. Coming into a twist here. Let's take 3 slow, deep breaths here. Good. As we inhale, we'll bring the knees back through center. As we exhale, we'll take them off to the other side as we look away from the knees again. Let's inhale back to center, and as we exhale, we'll bring them down to the right. And then inhale back to center. and take them to the left. So we're moving side to side right now. Now this is both a spinal twist and a type of core workout. So if you want more core, then simply straighten your legs. I don't actually have room to do that, so I'm going to keep my knees bent. But hopefully you have room where you are, and you can straighten the legs if you choose to do that. The legs do not need to reach all the way to the ground, okay? But generally, the straighter your legs are, and the slower that you go, the more you're going to create that core engagement. But coordinate the breath and the movement. So don't try and hold your breath or anything like that. Keep the breath flowing, but again, flowing in a slow, deep, rhythmic way. Good. Let's do one more. And we'll come back to the center, grab those shins, and we'll rock and roll up to seated. Excuse me. All right, from here, let's move forward into a tabletop position, still breathing in the same way. And let's begin to warm up our spine. So inhale, tailbone lifts, belly drops, crown of the head comes up. Exhale, tailbone tucks, back rounds, crown of the head comes down. So moving back and forth, feeling the back and spine especially, but also the hips and shoulders to some degree. Do as many of those as you like, and when you feel that you've warmed up in that direction, come back to neutral, take a deep breath, and exhale, hips down to one side. Inhale, center, exhale, hips to the other side. This has a little bit of twist in it, but what I want you to do here is really to get into your waist and your hips a little bit. So try and drop those hips enough so you feel a little stretch there on the outside. Again, do as many of those as you like, but when you've done enough, come back to center and tuck the toes, lifting the hips up and back into your first downward dog. In downward dog, we pedal back and forth, roll over the toes, circle the ankles, releasing tension from the feet and the legs. Good, and then we come into our full expression of the downward dog. Drawing our chest back toward our toes and taking a few deep, slow, deep breaths here. Good. From here, let's go ahead and inhale our right leg up, and we'll exhale, place that foot between our hands. Let's bring our knee down to the ground. And with our next inhalation, we'll draw the right arm up into a low lunge twist. So hips are forward and down, right knee is over the heel, and our gaze is up. Good, let's exhale that hand down. We're going to inhale up and back into three-legged dog, and we'll exhale to the down dog. Then let's inhale that left leg up and back. We're going to exhale to low lunge. Okay, and then inhale, the left arm reaches up. Now I want you to focus on opening the chest up. So think about the chest facing the left wall or even facing the ceiling. So it's not so much about the arm, it's more about the chest and the belly. Good, let's exhale that hand down. We're going to inhale the leg up and back, and we'll exhale back to downward dog. From our down dog, let's go ahead and walk our feet to our hands as we come into a ragdoll for a moment, dangling here at the front edge of the mat for a moment. I think my phone is still on. I'm going to turn that off. So we're dangling there. You can grab the opposite elbow, nodding the head, shaking the head,
Bending the knees, swaying the hips a little bit. And again, just noticing what we're feeling and where we're feeling it. And then with the arms nice and relaxed, we'll inhale and gradually roll ourselves up to a standing position. Good. Now that we're standing, let's check the face and the jaw, make sure that those areas are still relaxed. And let's check the shoulders real quick. So we roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And let's do that 3 times, just noticing if we're holding tension there. And hopefully that will help to loosen up that tension. And then we'll do 3 times in the other direction, back, up, forward, and down. Nice and slow. Good. Let's do a few sun salutation A forms. So on this first inhale, draw the arms up, taking a standing back bend, and as we exhale, we'll come forward and down. Bring the palms flat, bend the knees if necessary, and then inhaling to the half lift, lengthening the spine and looking forward. As we exhale, let's go ahead and step back to the top of a push-up. Okay, now at the top of your push-up, I'd like you to align your ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and heels, okay, so that they're all in a straight line. So more or less like that. The common mistakes in this posture looks like this. So it's almost like a down dog. The butt is way up in the air, or it looks like that. Okay, so if you can't do this, the modification is this, knees on the ground. Either way, your hands are under your shoulders and your toes are tucked under your heels. Good. As we exhale, let's just lift the hips up and back into our downward dog. Now, this is a great way to practice if the push-ups get tiring for you, or if you have maybe an injury and you can't do the push-ups. Okay? All right, let's come to the toes, between the hands. As we exhale, we'll make our way to the front edge of our mat. So we inhale, let's come all the way up to standing back bend. And exhale again into the forward fold. Good. Inhale to half lift, looking forward. And then we'll exhale again to the top of a push-up. So you can step back. All right. Now, let's do our first push-up. And I'm going to encourage you to drop your knees for this first one so we can focus on the arms. Again, you could go straight back to down dog. You don't have to do the push-up. If we're going to do the push-up, let's do it right. Shoulders are activated, so I'm not collapsing here. I'm nice and active in the shoulders. I keep that activation, take a deep breath, and exhale, lower down halfway. The elbows hug the ribs. Then, taking a breath there, with the next exhale, I come all the way down and release the tops of the feet to the mat. Take my shoulders away from my ears, draw my elbows in, and inhale, press up into Cobra or Bhujangasana. Letting the neck be a natural extension of the spine. Good. Exhale, lowering back down. Let's tuck those toes. Press back, tabletop, and then downward facing dog. So these modifications I'm giving you, please remember that you can do them throughout the class. I may not mention them again, but you can always drop your knees. You can always go straight to down dog. Good. Let's inhale to our toes, look forward, and as we exhale, we make our way to the front edge of the mat. The inhale, we come all the way up and back to standing back bend. As we exhale, we come forward and down. Beautiful. Inhaling to the half lift, and as we exhale, we again step to the top of a push-up. All right, so again, it's your choice, knees up or down. I'm going to keep my knees up for this one. Let's take a deep breath. Exhale, halfway down. Should be able to hold it. If not, knees down. Inhale, upward dog this time. So knees are off the ground, legs are active, arms are straight. Okay, we're in a back bend here. And then as we exhale, we press straight back to down dog if possible. Coming up and back. Good. Make sure the breath is still deep, it's rhythmic, and it's slow. So we inhale, let's come to our toes as we look between the hands. And with our exhale, we make our way to the front edge of the mat. The inhale, we again come all the way up to standing back bend. And as we exhale, coming forward and down. Good. Inhale to the half lift. And this time, let's see if we can jump right to the bottom of our push-up. Then we'll inhale to upward facing dog. And then if you can, do a push-up on your way out, returning to the downward dog. All right, beautiful. Hopefully you're beginning to feel a little bit warmed up. Let's move on to Sun Salutation B. Coming to the toes, inhale, and exhale as you make your way to the front edge of the mat. Let's keep our knees bent, and we'll inhale to our first chair pose, Utkatasana. So hips down, knees back, arms up and back, tailbone tucks down, and we should feel that in the thighs. Good. As we exhale, we're going to release, emptying the lungs here. Inhale to half lift, or maybe we do crow pose here. So we exhale, let's make our way to the bottom of the push-up. Inhale to our upward facing dog. And again, make our way back to the downward dog. Good. And downward dog. Let's go ahead and bring our feet to touch. We'll inhale the right leg up and back. And then you can stay there, but if it feels okay, let the weight of your leg come over to the left and try and create a stretch in your waist. Okay. Now again, you could stay there. You could return to three-legged dog. If it feels okay, go ahead and flip your dog over. Let's move this arm around a little bit. Articulating that glenohumeral joint, lifting those hips up, looking and lifting up. Good. Let's take a nice deep breath. Let's exhale and return to three-legged dog and touch the right knee high up on the right arm. Inhale, drawing it up and back. Exhale, knee to the nose, the chin, or the forehead. Beautiful. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, opposite arm. Kick it out. Drop the back heel. You could also put this knee down as a modification. And we inhale, lifting that left arm up for fallen triangle pose. Okay, so again, we're trying to open up the heart to that ceiling. It's not just about the arm going back. The chest is opening up, upward. Good. Exhale that hand down. And then we'll inhale that leg up and back. And let's come into three-legged dog. Lifting the leg high, keeping it straight. Flexing the foot, pointing the toes, knee, and hips straight down. Let's lower the right hip so it's level with the left. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Place that foot between the hands. Drop the back heel. Inhale to a warrior one, a Virabhadrasana one. Front foot and knee point straight ahead. Front foot intersects the back foot at the heel or the arch. Back foot firmly planted on the ground. Okay, shoulders are down and back, face relaxed. Good. Exhale, bottom of the push-up. Making your way over back to the downward dog. Let's bring our feet to touch here. We'll inhale left leg up and back. Then again, if it feels okay for your shoulders and your arms, we bring that leg over, stretch the waist a little bit. And then again, you can stay there or flip on over, lift the hips, move the arm. Don't forget to breathe. Good. Deep breath. And as we exhale, we touch the knee to the arm. Inhale up and back. Exhale, knee to the center. Inhale. Exhale, opposite arm. Kick it out. Drop the back heel. Inhale, right arm up, fallen triangle. Lift those hips. Breathe. Good. Let's exhale that hand to the ground. Inhale that leg up and back. Exhale, place the foot between the hands. Inhale up to a Warrior one. Whoops, I forgot to put my back heel down. All right, so we're in our warrior one. Same alignment. We want to feel that front thigh working, back hip stretching, chest opening. Face relaxed. Good. Exhale, bottom of the push-up there. And we make our way back to a downward facing dog. Okay, from the down dog, let's go ahead and inhale to our toes. So we exhale, make our way to the front edge of the mat. Let's inhale all the way up to standing. As we exhale, we'll bend our knees and come into a twist facing forward. Okay, so like that, hips are facing forward, but the shoulders are facing the right. Inhale back up to standing and exhale. Same thing to the left this time. Good, let's do that a few more times. To the right, hips forward. Inhale to the left, hips still forward. Good, one more time on each side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale back up and exhale forward fold. Inhale half lift and exhale bottom of the push-up. Inhale up dog and then making your way back to the downward dog. Okay, from our down dog, let's inhale the right leg up and back. We'll exhale to a lunge. Let's drop that back heel. And this time we'll inhale up into a warrior two. Okay, so I'm just going to turn around this way so you can see me. All right, so we're in our warrior two pose. Shoulders are relaxed down away from the ears. Front foot and knee still pointing straight ahead. Again, intersecting the back foot at the heel or the arch. Reach your fingertips away from one another and your arms should naturally go parallel with the ground. Good. Let's take a deep breath. Exhale, bottom of the push-up. And making our way back to the downward dog. All right, from downward dog, let's bring those feet to touch. We're going to inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, lunge, drop the back heel. And inhale to a warrior two. Okay, good. So again, we still want to feel that front thigh working and the back hip stretching. Usually warrior two, you need to go a little wider to feel it in the hips. A little wider than the warrior one. So find your edge. Good. Take a deep breath and exhale, cartwheel down. Making our way back to the downward dog. Great. All right. So from here, let's go ahead and make our way over to the front edge of the mat. And we'll inhale to chair pose. And as we exhale, let's bring our hands to the heart. We'll take the left elbow over the right thigh. Sorry, I'm on the wrong edge of the mat. So we're here. So hips are down, hands at the heart center, right? Notice that my hands are right between my elbows. Using those hands to press the shoulder back. I drop my hips down, I extend through the crown of my head. Okay, and I look up, and that helps draw my right shoulder back even further into the twist. To take it a step further, you can inhale and open up your arms into a 6 o'clock position. All right, good. From there, let's inhale all the way back up to standing, and we exhale to the other side. All right, I'm not going to go to the other end of the mat for this one. You know what it should look like. Okay, pressing that shoulder back, reaching through the crown, hips down. Again, you can open up the arms. If things come apart when you do, just bring your hands back together. Good. Let's inhale all the way to standing, and we exhale to forward fold. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, bottom of our push-up. Making our way to the downward dog. All right, good. So from our down dog, go ahead and bring the feet to touch. We're going to inhale, right leg up and back. Let's exhale. So we lunge, dropping that back heel. Inhale to another warrior two. And this time we exhale to reverse or peaceful warrior. Okay, so you can reach this hand around. It can come over here. Back leg is still straight. So the legs are exactly like warrior two, but now we add this side stretch right in here. So reaching back, looking up. Okay, so the bottom half of the body is moving forward. Upper part of the body is moving back and up. And feel that length as you breathe into your waist and ribs. Good, let's inhale back up and exhale as we vinyasa back to the down dog. All right, from our down dog to the other side. So inhale left leg, exhale lunge, and then inhale warrior two. Good, exhale there, and then inhale to your reverse or peaceful warrior. Reaching up and back, stretching that back leg, stretching the waist, working that front leg. Breathing slow, deep, and rhythmic. Good, inhale back up, and exhale, cartwheel down, bottom of the push-up, making your way back to your downward dog. All right, from downward dog, let's inhale to our toes. We exhale to the front edge of our mat. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair twist. Okay. Now you can stay here again, but if you know side crow, then try that pose here. Dropping down to an arm balance. Okay. Good. Then let's inhale, back up, chair. Or actually, let's just go all the way to standing. And then we'll exhale to the other side. Same thing here. And again, if you can do side crow, go ahead and do that arm balance here. Good. Let's inhale all the way back up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to the half lift. And we exhale right to the bottom of our push-up, making our way back to the downward dog. All right, good. Let's inhale, right leg up and back. And we exhale to lunge. And let's inhale to our warrior two. We're going to exhale there. Inhale to a reverse or peaceful warrior, stretching our side. And as we exhale, bring our forearm onto our thigh and reach forward through the fingertips, lengthening from the heel to the fingertips. Rolling that left shoulder back, looking up. Okay, shoulders are down away from the ears. Extended side angle. Good, inhale, come on up. And as you exhale, release to the bottom of your push-up. Inhale to the upward dog. And exhale to the down dog. Let's do the other side. So we inhale left leg. Exhale, lunge. And then inhale to warrior two. Again, you do not need to be turning around and around like me. I'm doing that for the camera. Exhale there. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then exhale, extended side angle. Good. So you may not feel a stretch in your side, but you want to lengthen your right side. But notice my left side is also long. I'm not collapsing down, right? It's not this. So lengthening, reaching up, looking up. Good. Inhale, come on up. And exhale as we cartwheel down and make our way back to a downward dog. Beautiful. All right, from here, let's inhale to our toes. We'll exhale to the front edge of our mat. Bend those knees, inhale, chair pose, and we'll exhale over to the right side. One more time. Now from here, if you like, you can drop down and do side crow and then Ekapada Kondianasana. Good. Inhale, come on up. Let's come all the way to standing. And we'll exhale, chair on the other side. Again, from there I can drop down, side crow, and second variation of Kondianasana. Good. Inhale, back up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, bottom of the push-up. Making your way back to downward dog. All right. So from down dog, let's go ahead and inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, lunge. Let's inhale, warrior two. Oh, I'm sorry. Inhale the crescent lunge. So my mistake. Let's come up crescent lunge. So it's like a warrior one, but the back heel is raised up. Okay. So that heel's off the ground. Front leg is just like warrior one. Arms are just like warrior one. Left hip forward, right hip back. Okay. Let's take a nice deep breath in. So we exhale, bring our hands to the heart. We're going to take that left elbow over our right thigh. So I am going to turn here. Okay, so we come into a nice deep twist here. Good. Looking up and breathing. And again, we can open up the arms. And if you have really long arms, you might be able to bind. I don't have long arms, but if you do, you can try that bind here. Good. Then let's exhale, bottom of our push-up, making our way back to the downward dog. And let's do the other side. So we inhale that left leg up and back, exhale, lunge, and we inhale to crescent lunge, Ashta Chandrasana. Good. As we exhale, let's bring those hands to the heart. And we bring that armpit as close to our thigh as we can. Use those arms for leverage. And again, we can open from there. Looking up and breathing. Deep breath in, bottom of the push-up. Making our way back to the downward facing dog. Beautiful. All right, so let's try a little bit of balance here, okay? So coming to our toes, inhale, look between the toes, and as you exhale, make your way to the front edge of the mat. And inhale all the way up to standing, and let's just exhale our hands to the heart. Close the eyes, breathe, and relax, and feel. Good. So I want to do a balance pose that I don't teach very often, but this is called the Shiva twist. So what we'll do is inhale our arms up, and then we exhale our arms out like so. A lot like goddess pose, okay? And well, maybe I'll turn this way so you can see me. Okay, so the arms are like this. Now we'll inhale the right leg up, okay? And that knee is parallel with the thighs. So it's coming straight out from the thigh. My thigh is parallel with the ground. Foot is flexed, okay? Then take a nice deep breath. As you exhale, twist toward the bent leg. So over to the right. And just take as deep a twist as you can. We've done a lot of twisting today, so we should be as warmed up as we're going to get. Now we're not using any leverage here, just using our muscular strength to twist. Inhaling through the crown of the head and exhaling, twisting even a little further as we look back. Good. Let's inhale back to center and exhale, release. Take a breath. Good. Let's do the other side. So inhale those arms up. As we exhale, we'll bend the arms. Shifting weight to the right foot, we'll inhale the left leg up. Good. Take a nice deep breath, and we exhale, and we twist to the left. Inhaling through the crown of the head, and exhaling, twisting a little deeper. Keeping the face and jaw relaxed, and keeping the awareness bright and open. Good. Inhale, come on back to center, and whoops, bring the arms up, and exhale, release. Good. Let's take a nice slow deep breath in and deep breath out. Good. So you're probably here at the front of your mat. Let's go ahead and inhale, arms up, and we'll exhale, forward fold. Inhaling to half lift, and we'll take a vinyasa back to the downward dog. Good. From down dog, let's go ahead and exhale down onto our knees. And let's take a look at doing some back bends. So let's come to a kneeling position with the knees directly underneath the hips and the feet hip distance as well. All right, the ears, the shoulders, the hips, and the knees all align. And if you want to make your heels a little easier to grab, go ahead and tuck those toes. Let's take a look at a dynamic camel pose. So as you inhale, you're going to raise your right arm and lean back. And then as you exhale, you come back to center. Inhale, left arm up, leaning back, and exhale back to center. Okay, so this is the basic movement. And again, you should be within the range of what is safe for your body to do. And then if you want to go a little deeper, you grab the heel instead of the back. Okay, so it's a little more like the full expression of camel. Use that arm that's in the air to help gently pull you back. So gravity is helping you bend your back here. Okay, so gravity is aiding you in working the back. Now with each repetition, you like to feel that the body is relaxing and it's getting easier and easier for you to do the back bend. Good. Let's come on back to neutral and let's hold a camel. So we bring our hands onto our low back, pinkies touching, palms on the back, elbows drawing in. Let's inhale, lift that heart, and exhale. We press the hips forward, we lift the heart, and we begin to come back. Now, if it feels okay on your neck, let your chin go back. Good. Inhale, come on up. And let's exhale and sit back into what's called Vajrasana, sitting on your heels. If that's painful, feel free to sit on a block or between your heels. You can even stack a few blocks. Just rest your hands on your thighs, close the eyes for a moment, and take a couple of deep breaths. See if you can feel your heart and your pulse and any other sensations that are moving through you right now. Good. Let's return to the start position and we'll do another camel and we'll look to go a little deeper this time. So again, you can tuck those toes, inhale, lift the heart, exhale, the chin can go back, and this time maybe we grab the heels, pressing the hips forward and lifting the heart. Breathing here. Good. Inhaling, coming up. And again, exhale to Vajrasana. Relax. Good. Let's do one more. Bringing our hips up above our knees. Now, if your back is sensitive, don't feel like you need to push it or go further. Maybe you do a smaller back bend this time around, okay? All right, same start position. Inhale and exhale as you begin going back. Now, I don't have a particularly flexible back, but if you do, maybe you grab your heels this time instead, okay? I'm not going to because, again, I don't have a flexible back. And if if ankles feel easy, then maybe you grab your calves or the back of your knees, or maybe even the front of your knees. Good. Inhale, come on up. And exhale back to Vajrasana. Close the eyes, relax, breathe, and feel. Good. Let's go ahead and inhale to tabletop and exhale, dropping hips to one side. Inhale, center, exhale, hips to the other side. Just back and forth, exactly like we did at the beginning of class. And that should feel good on your back. So if it doesn't, it might mean there's something going on. That should feel like a release. Okay? So do as many of those as you like, and then when you're finished, let your hips drop back to your heels and come into child pose. Breathing into your low back. Good. From here, let's inhale. We'll come into a tabletop here. And then let's do just a little bit of core in this position. So we'll come into a plank position. Okay, so just like we did at the beginning. And then let's walk the plank a little bit today. So we'll take a nice deep breath and we'll bring the right arm down and then the left arm. And then we'll inhale and bring the right hand up and then the left hand. And then exhale, left and right. Inhale, left and right. Good. Exhale, right and left. Inhale, right and left. Exhale, left and right. Inhale, left and right. Exhale, right and left. Inhale, right and left. Exhale, left and right. Inhale, left and right. Good. Exhale those knees down. Take a nice deep breath. And with the next exhale, walk your hands forward until your forehead reaches the mat. Draw your chest down and back and feel that release in the shoulders. The next inhale, go ahead and come back to tabletop. Cross the ankles and sit back. Bringing the legs out in front of you. Okay, with the legs out in front of you, let's do a nice deep twist here. Bend that right knee, bring that right foot over the left leg. Bend the left knee, bring that foot alongside our right hip. Inhale, sitting nice and tall and reaching the right arm up. Exhale, reach that hand behind you. Use it like a kickstand to keep the spine erect. Now inhale the left arm up, and as you exhale, bring that left elbow over your right knee. Inhale, reach to the crown again. As you exhale, look back over the right shoulder and take a few deep breaths here. You might even try closing your eyes to help focus attention or awareness on sensation. Good. Let's inhale back to center. As we exhale, we'll extend our legs. Bending the left knee now. Let's take the left foot over the right leg and bend that left leg or right leg if you can. If you can't, you can keep it straight. Inhale, sitting tall, reaching the left arm up. Exhale that hand behind. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale that elbow over the knee. Inhale, sit tall, and exhale as you look back over the shoulder. Good. Inhale to center and exhale. Extend those legs. Let's inhale as we bring our arms out in front of us. As we exhale, we'll gradually roll back onto our back. Good. Once you're there, go ahead and bend both knees, place them on the ground. And then let's go ahead and take our right ankle over the left thigh. Okay. And then we reach down, we grab either behind the knee or you can grab the shin, either one works. So we're hugging the legs in and we should feel it right out here, the outside of our right hip. So those are the abductors, extensors, glutes, all of those names could apply to that muscle group. Now we still want to be actively breathing. Keep the shoulders again away from the ears and the face soft. And again, use your breath to just soften the outside of that hip. Good. Now, extend your arms out to the side and take the right knee over the left. You can lock ankles if you like and just drop the knees to the left as you look to your right, coming into a spinal twist. Good. We'll inhale and bring those legs back to center. Let's unwind them. Place them back on the ground. Okay, second side. Bring the left ankle over, reach down, grab that leg, give it a nice squeeze. Feel the release in the outside of your left hip. And then extending the arms out like a T, we cross the left knee over the right and drop both knees down to the right as we look to the left. Good. We'll inhale those legs back to center. Let's unwind them. And let's give those legs a hug and make a few circles with our knees, releasing the low back. So doing a few in each direction. Good. And then let's go ahead and grab Soles of our feet, we draw those knees down. Feel that release in the hips and the back. And then you can take the legs out one at a time. You can take them both together, stretching the groin. Pull overhead, getting into your back a bit. And then when you're ready to unwind, go ahead and unwind onto your back in Shavasana. So we have just enough time for a quick body scan, which will help you relax. So we're going to do a body scan real quick, and then I'm going to leave you so that you can do your relaxation on your own. Okay, what often is called Shavasana. All right, so go ahead and lay down in Shavasana, the corpse pose. So your arms are maybe at a 45-degree angle, palms are up, head is centered, spine is aligned, the feet and legs are comfortably apart, eyes are closed, body is still. And let's begin just by taking a nice full breath in, and we'll exhale with a sigh. And one more time, deep breath in and exhale with a deep sigh. Good. Now let's bring our attention down to the toes. Now the ankles. The knees. The pelvis. Abdomen. Chest. Shoulders. The throat. The chin. Your face. Your whole head. The back of your head. The shoulder blades. Your back. The buttocks. Back of the thighs. Calf muscles. Heels. And the soles of both feet. Now the entire body. From the top of the head all the way down to the tips of your toes. Again, I'll be leaving you now, but please stay in Shavasana for a few more minutes, relaxing on your back. If you have any questions for me, reach out at any time. Hopefully I'll see you in the next class, which is Yin Yoga, starting at 6. It's also a Nirvana class. And if not, hopefully I'll see you next week at 5 or 4:45 for flow, or 6 for yin. Thank you both, and have a lovely, lovely evening.